Hello guys, it's me, Nikki. Welcome. I think the backdrop tells you enough. Jeffree Star is about to come out with his brand new collection, Bloodlust. And ever since he dropped the news, so many of you want to see what I think of the collection, what I think of the quality, and just my initial review on Bloodlust. Well, guess what? The package came in yesterday, and here I am sitting down in my studio and taking the Bloodlust Artistry palette for a run. Now, my previous video was my review on the Jacqueline video. I can't believe I still have to say this after everything I made so very clear, but I will just repeat myself once more. In the beginning of every tutorial / video, anything I upload where I use products myself, there is a little list of icons. These icons are here to give you more clarification on the products that I use. Every time I hold up a product, one of those icons will pop up in the corner of the video, and it'll tell you whether something is sent through PR, whether something is an ad, whether I'm affiliated to the brand with a code, or if I bought the product with my own money. For the Jacqueline video, I am affiliated to Morphe. But some people think because it's Jacqueline and because she's been in hot weather recently, that she needed a little extra help. And apparently it was a very slow news day because now I was sponsored by Morphe, or Morphe asked me to create this video. No, a lot of you guys wanted to see a review from me. I even stated in the video, even though I'm affiliated to Morphe, I'm gonna give you my truth. If you really think Morphe sponsored me or asked me to make the video, do you really think they would have allowed for me to say that I think the colors are repetitive, that there's fallout in the pan, and with one shade on my face? Do you really think they would accept that? So again, that video was made by me, in my own conditions, in my own terms. I just had to clarify that I'm an affiliate to Morphe. At the very end of the video, after I found out that the palette is really good, I felt comfortable enough to share my code with you. At the end of the day, you decide if you wanna get a discount and use someone's code. I'm not pushing it down your throat. I'm just letting you know that the option is there. Do you really think that in the long haul, that I want you guys to not trust me? I've been through a lot in just a couple of months, and you really think that I would want to damage trust between us? Absolutely not. The #1 rule on my channel when it comes to reviews is honesty, and the same goes for Jeffree today. In this video, I'm gonna play with the new Bloodlust collection and give you exactly my thoughts, and that's all I can do. So I just wanted to clarify that. I know this video is about the Bloodlust collection, but I had to clarify because I'm seeing things that make me sigh. So, if you're ready for a true tea review on the Bloodlust collection, then keep on watching. As always, I'll be doing 2 eyes to show you as many shadows as I can, and we're gonna start off with this one right here. This is the palette. Please welcome the Bloodlust palette. I think this packaging is absolutely surreal. Like, leave it up to Jeffree to come up with an all velvet hexagon palette. I am living for the extraness. I am living for the bouginess. This has a lot of weight to it. It feels expensive. It looks expensive. But when you look at it practically, this is not the easiest palette to travel with. I travel a lot, and already thinking about packing this to travel with, I'm like, okay, I need space. But I don't think that is the experience Jeffree wants to give you. Jeffree wants to give you the Jeffree life in a palette, and I think he did really good with that. So when we open it up, I love how it has like this little ball, this little handle to lift the lid. And when we lift it, we have a huge ass mirror, but we also have all the colors. And when I first saw this palette, my eyes immediately went to these 3 right here. Take the Crown, Wet Jewel, and Pink Magic are like foiled glitter heavens. So it is time to dive in and to do this eye first and to see what the quality is like. What are the finishes like? Is there fallout? What's the pigmentation like? It's about to be a purple day. I watched the video where Mama Mitchell did Jeffree's makeup using this collection, and plot twist, Mitchell went in with the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I was shocked because I was like, what? No P. Louise? Like, what's going on? So let's start with the NARS, shall we? All right, so we're popping that concealer all over. The first color I want to go in with is this right here. This is called Vivid Mood. I'm starting off in the crease, stamping that color onto that NARS base. I said it in my previous video, but purples are the devil in makeup. They're some of the hardest, if not the hardest formula to get right, because usually purples become extremely patchy, have either a lot of fallout, or as soon as you start blending, they lose their intensity and the core base is gonna look faded. So today's goal is for Jeffree's Bloodlust to not lose its intensity. Let's go with a little winged out moment today. You know, you only live once. Might wanna wing it out every now and then. What I'm noticing so far is that in the pan, I would expect Vivid Mood to be lighter on the skin. See how it's lighter in the pan and on the skin it's a little bit darker? So that is something, it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just something that you have to keep in the back of your mind. And then with whatever is left on the brush, I start diffusing the edges by taking my brush right up that edge and just using soft circular motions, left and right. Just get that diffusing going. Honestly, it's blending really nicely. I mean, look at that. That is really going somewhere. Okay, now I want to dive into, how the hell do you pronounce that? Deviant? Just letting you know that there is fallout in the pan. Do with that what you want. Some people hate it, some people don't care. And with this, I'm just gonna fade above Vivid Mood a bit more to get that ultimate blend. Now, this is the point where the first color can look super, super faded. So usually what you do is go in with this blending shade and then go back in with that first shade to really pack it back in, pack it back in, pack it back on. But now comes the trouble with purple shadows. When you try to do this, usually it doesn't stick anymore and it looks faded. Like at the core base, it looks faded. So let's see how this goes. Oh my God, that really blended Vivid Mood into a banger. Okay, moment of truth. We wanna go back in with Vivid Mood and intensify where we first applied it. So I'm taking that, going straight back into that crease and reinforcing just that placement of Vivid Mood, and it is grabbing on. Okay, let's see, outer corner. Are you gonna grab? Are you gonna stick? Are you gonna do it? You are, sir. Okay, purple. For the lid, I wanna take this color here, this crazy magical color. It's called Pink Magic. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna stamp this. Oh! Oh my God, Jeffree. Look at that color. Look at that. Are we witnessing what's happening? On the inner corner, I want some wet jewel. I desperately want that on my inner corner. Oh. Oh. Shut up. Shut it up. Right now, I want to go in with this color here called Dungeon, and I want to smoke out the lash line. Okay, a bit more of Dungeon on that outer corner here, just because my eye shape literally demands it. My hooded eyes are literally like, oh, you want to do the lash line only? Don't think so. That Dungeon shade is sticking onto a non-sticky base perfectly. You're doing great, sweetie, you're doing great. Let me prime my lower lash line and let's play there. On the outer corner of the lower lash line, I want to go in with Vile Serpent. Oh, that's a lot more blue than I thought. So this is becoming a very fun, soft drag, colorful, smoked out, pulled out moment. I think I'm gonna pop a lash on and then we're gonna try something a little bit softer and more girly on the other side. First side's done and I am living for the end result. It is draggy, it is smoky, it is colorful, but mysterious at the same time. For the next eye, I definitely wanna play a bit more with like the reds and the pinks. So I honestly have to admit that I loved using the NARS concealer as a base. So I'm gonna just do that for the other eye too. I want to start off using Blood Queen on the inner portion, outer portion, and in the crease. I want to do like a halo eye. Ooh, purple. This is a more red toned purple. The other one I used was more blue toned. And you just gradually want to build this up layer by layer. Inner portion, we meet each other in the middle. Now we're gonna buff out these edges. And for that, I'm using the color Royal Pain. This one right here. Taking a bit of that and going right above where we placed the other shade. And softly, with very light pressure, scratching that on. Ooh, these two together. Ooh. That is sitting exactly how I wanted it to. The colors are vibrant, intense, and they blend well with each other. And now I want to focus on the lid. So on the lid, I'm taking the Mama Mitchell and P. Louise Acid Rain in blank canvas, and I'm gonna cut just the center of my lid. On that center of the lid, I'm applying Bleeding Heart. You're not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous for this part. I'm hoping that it's gonna stick well to the blank canvas. Okay. Okay, so Bleeding Heart is the first shade where I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of expected it to be a little bit creamier and stronger. I mean, I got there in the end by really packing it on and layering it on. So out of all the colors that have been on my eye so far, this one is the least sort of like pleasing. On my inner corner, I'm applying this shade right here called Take the Crown. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then on top of that, a little bit of Wet Jewel to really make it pop. Oh, see that? That made it spark. I'm telling you, those two shades, Wet Jewel and Pink Magic, they are the stars of the palette, if you ask me. I definitely feel like that lid needs a little bit more sparkle to really, you know, match with this right here. So I wonder what would happen if I would put this, the Extreme Frost in Choking on Ice, like right on the the curve of the lid to really catch the light. So why not try it? I mean, this is a review. We're here to try everything. Oh, okay. I see. That totally transformed it. Now I'm liking what I'm seeing. That completely saved it. I'm not gonna lie, for a second there I was like, Bleeding Heart is making my heart bleed, but now it is in full pounding effect. Now let's smoke out that lower lash line. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go for Dungeon for the darkness, blending it out using this right here. This is like a shimmery, beautiful rose purple. It's called Betrayal. This shade is bomb. I thought it was a little bit boring seeing it in the pan, but on the eye, it's a little bit more bright, and that lovely little shine it has is like a really cool duochrome effect. I thought I was gonna hate that color, but it's good. Okay, now I'm taking Blood Queen before I go in with Dungeon. Just at the base of the lower lashes, I'm just gonna deepen that purple a bit. Guys, I am really, really impressed with these purples. Like I mentioned, it is probably the hardest shade of eyeshadow to make and make great. And Jeffree's pulling through on this. He really is. I love it. Oh my God, I'm living for this. Okay, ooh, I don't even know which eye I like more. Okay, I'm gonna pop a lash on, and then we're gonna dive into the liquid lipsticks and the gloss. I wanna know, are you team pull it out, queen? Or are you team surprise girl? I wanted my review to focus mainly on the palette, so the lips is just gonna be like a fun addition. I am going to put Scorpio liquid lipstick on the outside of my lip and then on the center, Virginity. And then I have the gloss, by the way, the glosses, I must say that the glosses this launch look absolutely surreal. There's like duochromeness going on in here. They look one way in a certain light, and then when you move them or shift them, they completely change color. They have a duochrome glitter in there. See how this base is like a bluish periwinkle, and then the light hits it, and it's like, oh, there's golden bronze in there. For gloss, I'm gonna go in with this one right here. Oh, stunning. It has, when I see it in real life, it has a gold glitter, but then on camera, it's more bluish. This one is called Sorcery. Oh, it is blue. Look at that, that's blue. Ooh, and this one is called Iridescent Throne. Is that gonna be more purple? Let's see, on the top. Oh, that's even bluer. All right, everybody, the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Bloodlust eyeshadow palette. What do I think? First of all, packaging is extremely extreme. Oh my God, I almost dropped it again. The packaging is a whole lot, and it is up to you if you like this or not. I personally love this extraness, and it's non-travel friendly. If you don't travel a lot, who cares? If you travel a lot like I do, I care. I think the shades are phenomenal, with my favorites being these two right here. Wet Jewel and Pink Magic are the stars of the show for me. There's fallout in the pan, but that same fallout, crazily enough, doesn't really land on the face. The pigmentation is insane. You have to build these up very lightly, but as soon as you build them up and give them that power, they are there and they are doing it. From the shades that I tried, I think the biggest disappointment was Bleeding Heart. But then again, that's just me. I feel like all the other colors I played with were extremely rich in pigment, very easy to blend out without losing their core. This is a good palette, and that's really about it. At the end of the day, you decide if you want to support a brand, a person, or a brand and a person. It's totally up to you what you do with your money. I'm just letting you know what my experience is with the product and how I like it. And if you would ask me if I would recommend it, if you love the color purple, pink, and all that, yes. If you're not into this, then of course, no. The glosses are a fun moment of magic with all the duochromes, and the Extreme Frost and Choke on Ice completely saved this look right here. So yeah, the liquid lipsticks, I feel like everybody has tried by now, so it's just if you like the colors or not, and that wraps up my review on the Jeffree Star Bloodlust collection. Let me know, sound off in the comments down below what you think of this collection. Are you interested in buying it? What do you think of the look? Tell me again which team you are, which eye do you prefer? That's about it. For today's Dutch word of the day, let's find out what the Dutch word is for purple. Paars. Paars. God, I'm living for all the paars. As always, if you want to get featured in my next video, all you have to do is feature the Dutch word of the day down below in the comments, and who knows, you might see yourself pop up in the next one. I want to thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Sound off below what you think of this entire collection, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.